And we're live, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. Something going wrong with the TV because it's turning on and turning off. Assetto Corsa EVO. Assetto Corsa EVO. Say hello if you are in chat. Say hello. Copy video URL and let's share it to Discord. Otherwise, nobody will come. Alrighty, Discord, it's up. We still need to do everything we need to do. Today, I am a bit late because I do have to do school runs. I'm sorry, guys. It's part of being a parent, and apparently Discord ain't working. Okay, that side is working. On Twitch, we have 4 people. Not sure if everything is working correctly. Discord isn't working. Now it's working. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Really sorry. Anyways, say hello in the chat if you're around. Stream is up. While we're here, we put that there. Live streaming. 24 people. Okay, cool. Where are we? Here we are. So we're gonna put that there and cut this over. Do it. Yes, I am going to do it indeed. So we need to make this smaller, put this on the other side, put this on the other side, put this on the other side. Just we have information of who's here. Sorry, it's necessary. And then on the other side, we're going to put OBS. And finally, guys, finally, we have such a thing as Twitch streaming now. If you guys are on Twitch, say hello on Twitch, guys. This is downloading. It's updating at the moment. Let's see what's the patch notes. I'm not sure if we have the desktop thing working. Let's see if we have a Cara desktop. No, we don't have a desktop. I think because I did delete OBS. I had to something was not working on OBS, so we don't have desktop. Maybe we do. Yeah, we do. Hello. Here we are. So let's have a look at the patch notes. Important. The patch notes are important. Also, hello, Will Peel. You will peel. Ritual Shenten. Oh, it's Ben 10's cousin, Shenten. Never quit. When do you think console will get this? Probably at launch, guys. Probably at launch. So let's check out before launching. Let's check patch notes. So what do we have here? 7 new cars, 2 new circuits. Yay. Also, that is way too bright. So let's unbrighten the stuff up. Where is my phone? And I have a few things to show you as well today. So they got the circuit of the Mercedes Donington Park circuit. Alfa Romeo 75. Cool. Giulia Sprint GTA. Very good. We're going to use the stick shift. I do have a wheel for that today. For the stick shift. We have Lotus Exige V6 Cup. Some of these cars are already from Assetto Corsa, but probably they have been integrated. Maserati GT2, another one from Assetto Corsa, and ACC. Miata MX-5, you're going to like it. To NA. Originally, I'm not sure if they have been redone, but originally this one was a mod. 911 Turbo 3.6 and 964. Okay, that one is new. And then we have Donington Park and Circuit of the Americas. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're just going to have a cursory look. I can only do this until 6 o'clock. Evo update is disappointing. Hey, Kawaviti Clash, how are you doing? Is disappointing. Also, let me just lower that stuff. Turn this on. We need to lower a little bit that into something that is more agreeable to my eyes. Physics, re-enabled fuel and battery, enabled Lambo, Lancia, the car, the Twitch. Electronic setups, handling updates to the Camaro UI, gameplay, wrong, okay, wrong stuff. what is that? Graphics, enhancements, returned all current weather sets for all track, less foggy look overall. Incredible. It's something I complained a lot. And my screen keeps doing something weird. Let's lower this to something like that, so it's a little more agreeable on the face. Global VRM optimization, visual updates, a lot of updates over here. We'll have a look. So why is it disappointing, you say, RSR? Tell me in chat. The new tracks feel amazing, you say. It is not disappointing. Okay. I'm going to be the judge of that, at least for my own experience. Yours will definitely vary. The game is going to be on. I don't want to use DualShock. Screw that. It's still crashing. Okay, fair enough. See if everything is still working. AC Evo, it's there. The feed is there. Yay. Okay. Yeah, opponent step 1, VR support step 2. You are here. I'm gonna put my name. Okay, we have to do this. Rec. Oh, I wish. I don't know if I wish. I don't know. Looking back, probably not. Okay, Portugal, caralho. Press continue. Let's do open mode. I just want to check out the stuff. Check the galleries. My screen keeps flickering. Video. Let's see if the graphics. The graphics are more or less the same. Definitely, there's something different in the graphics. It looks better. It definitely looks better. And the performance looks better too. Okay, they have done a small jump in terms of like stability of the game. Because I remember this had like a more jittery look, including cutting looks over there. So that's improvement. Paddle gear up. Fanatec wheel. We have to see about the force feedback if there's any. All previous gone? Of course, but that's expected. It's early access. They will delete it every single time. So there's something happening with this screen. I cannot get any stability. Give me a second. I don't know what the hell is happening. Let me check the stability. AHR, no. Display resolution. Give me a second, guys. Probably need another cable for this. Image settings. Not color settings, but just image settings. Manage 3D settings. No. Change resolution must be this one. 120 Hz. It's correct. To be fair, let me just use 100 Hz for the time being, and then I'll change it another time. I don't have time for this. So we go to 100 Hz. Maybe this will be more steady. Hello, Gonçalo. Little salty. How are you doing? I don't have that, so that's a nice car. Okay, let's try this at Donington. The garage. Maybe I have money for this. Let's try Donington Park. I'm doing well as well. All previous achievements gone. Yep, you shouldn't expect the stuff not to be gone. I would likely need to put everything correctly in terms of controls. Let's check Fanatec wheel, pedal gear. Should be fine, right? Okay, the pedals are not working, so we need to do that. Keyboard and mouse. Where's my pedals? Are my pedals not connected? Of course they are not. Oh no. Also, my screen continues to flicker. Right. Let's see. Talento pedals. My screen continues to flicker. Wow, what a bad sound. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, is this like... What is happening? Oh, I understand what's happening. I have to restart the game. Yeah, this sound is bad. I have to restart the game because yeah, I had to reconnect the USB. Sorry about that. Yeah, everything will be okay now. This engine sounds really, really bad. Like, very, very bad. Very bad. Depressingly bad, because, you know, as an Alfa owner, an Alfa Romeo owner, I would like to have a Julius Sprint sounding a little bit better. Okay, are we connecting the game, please? Let's go. Come on. Come on, everybody. Yay, game is launching. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to launch with the GTA, see what's going on. I didn't have any force feedback because I had to restart the USB hub. I still wish that it was more like iRacing. You can connect and disconnect things. No problem whatsoever. You know? If you're on Twitch, say hello, guys. Twitch people generally generally don't speak much. Man, this is such a bad sound, man. I must say. Whoa, 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 whoa. When ours? I don't know, man. Don't know. You'll have to wait. Probably at release. Who knows? Yep. What the hell is this tire? Okay, I think we cannot do this. This would probably be fun with the Mini, these types of tires. With the Giulia, not so much, because this is a car that rotates a lot under a center. It's like an MX-5 before an MX-5. But with a very more active rear. Okay, Man, the car handles really nice. It's better than... I think the car is already handling more better than the one in Assetto Corsa. However, this sounds... not good. There's a new Honda? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, man, this sound is... what is this? Very foggy still. This is very foggy. I'm getting 84 FPS. I mean, it's better in the sense... I may need air there. It's better in the sense that it is more stable. It's definitely not feeling bad on 83 FPS, if you know what I mean. Before, even at 120, the game felt bad. Now at 90, 80... the English accent? I wish I had an English accent. It would sure make very much easier my job as a YouTuber. It's the car sound that makes, how can I say? It makes Gran Turismo 4 look like a professionally made sound. Oh, there's a Honda NSX-R now? Oh, great. I think the NSX-R could go here, I suppose. No, guys, Maxine, gamer muscle, talks like this, yeah? I mean, this car drives okay. It's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Não será que numa vista exterior o carro tem um melhor som? Oh, Gil, como é que é, pá? Gil, pá, tanto tempo, fofinho. Não, pá. É tal e qual. Tal e qual, Gil. Bem visto. Pá, já não falava contigo, Gil. Já, pá, é quase uns 5 anos, pá. Okay, the handbrake is working. Okay, let's see if we can drift this thing. No, we can't. Like a glove. I mean, this car is probably more... Let's see, we have replay tools! Oh no! So basic. Can we save this though? Oh, we can save it, but honestly, man. Do we have like a free cam? Yeah, isto aqui tá uma grande merda. A nível de som tá assim fraquinho. Okay, well, at least we can save stuff. This will make it better for me. So we're gonna change the tires, because the first thing you should do is change tires in these things. We don't have any tires. We don't have any tires to change, so that's good. Não faço... Opá, estou a fazer conteúdo, estou a treinar para o GT7 por acaso. Há umas corridinhas que estão a acontecer muito fixe. Man, what a bad sound. Can't do anything with this. This car is disappointing in the sense we can't do much, and the sound is horrible. What is next? Next will be the Honda. Apparently there's a Honda NSX-R. There is indeed a Honda NSX-R. And this car, originally, maybe it was, probably not, but I wouldn't be surprised that this car is one of the mods as well. At the garage. Okay, we're gonna do the long one. We're gonna do the GP. Oh, it must have, right? Actually, let's quit. Let's get a session. Let's see if we can change the fog settings. So clear. Custom. You can't still do custom on this crap. So let's do a optimum. Make. Oh, it's already 0%. It's still very foggy. AI a little bit later. Let's just get into this, yeah? Oh, come. They have to change the sound. Come on. They have to change the sounds of this. This has to be like a generic sound they have here just to do it. Oh my god! Whoa! Woo! I mean, this car is fun, though. I really like the 90s cars because it has... They have, like... They are in between a mix of, like, the old driving, but with the modern taste. Like, the cars become... They come with better suspension, the handling tends to be really good, they tend to be still very light. Man, this goes over curbs like it's nothing. 4-seat back feels good. Super GT content on day one. I know what you're talking about, but hello viewers. Today we're gonna do the Gran Turismo 7 race in Assetto Corsa EVO, and we're gonna finish 6th. Woo woo! This car drives nice. Just sounds horrible. Woo. Does it feel better to drive than Motorsport? Yes. I'll be adding Motorsport into the testing rotation if I can. I have a few things to show you. I have an Evo base there, and Evo will be part of the rotation for testing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, indeed. Okay. Well, this car goes well. I'm using the Club Sport TD Plus. Very recommended. And this thing goes. What graphics setting do you play? Don't know, something custom. Okay, let's see if we can get tires in this. Did they move the tire place? Oh, it's on fuel and strategy. Let's go super. Let's go to road. I find it interesting that you change it. The profile changes as well. Não é nada, pá. Faz sentido. Tu não conduzes com luvas nisto. Okay, let's have a little more grip now. See what happens. How do you feel about lockup speed in the Honda? What do you mean about lockup speed? What, the ABS? Set TC to 0? Okay. Let's go back. I don't have any... Do I have TC buttons? Was it some of them? Oh, here it is. Tens corrida de quê, pá? Oh, it's a track cut. Campeonato de Portugal do quê? Gran Turismo? CPGT. Ah, Campeonato de Portugal do Gran Turismo. Okay. So, that sounds nice. Woo! For those of you who don't know Gil Bessa was one of my Counter-Strike Source teammates. When I, what, 20 years ago? Talvez. Most streamers are saying that the wheels lock up too fast at only 30% brake bias. Are they? They feel okay. Unless you want to turn off the ABS off, but why would you? This is an ABS car. Car drives nice to me. Do I have ABS? No. We can have a look. Settings, no, controls. You can't even turn it off, I guess. Maybe you can. Let's go to the settings and actually find the control for ABS. I don't feel like the tires are braking. Sorry, sorry, not the tires are braking. The tires are locking. Fanatec wheel. ABS. Where is ABS? Decrease. Increase. Blind. Did they do something? I have no idea, man. Okay, let's turn off the ABS. Turn off traction control. The tires are kind of locking at ABS 0. I haven't driven the 75 yet. They're okay. Camera died? God damn it, temperature. Forgot to turn on the heat thing. Camera is alive. It seems okay. How realistic are the physics compared to iRacing? I don't know, don't care. This is a early access, an early access thing. Stop doing the thing about, oh, how realistic it is. It serves you nothing, and you stop appreciating things for what they're trying to do. Serves you nothing. Unless something is really wrong, you shouldn't really care as long as it makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of locking a bit. This is a car supposed to be driven with ABS, I suppose. Okay, you have to... Okay, the brakes are really strong in this. That's why. You have to just tap it. Probably they need to do something about the brake master cylinder values. Over here, 50. But now you need to drop it, of course, as the speed goes down. Este carro original no NSX-R tem ABS. Até o NSX tem. E até tem controle de tração. This car has to be driven with ABS. Yes, this is a new track. You probably know this one from Assetto Corsa Competizione. Man, of course I'm here. I am using it. I'm not using the shit. Ah, estás a falar do Alfa. Okay. You can hear me blip. Of course I have an H shift. Then we're gonna try the Alpha. We're gonna move to the other place. Man, this car, it drives nice, it just sounds shit. It drives nice, sounds like... Oh, poop. Let's go for the Alpha 75. No ABS, no traction control. All vehicles. Alfa Romeo 75 Turbo Evoluzione. Okay, let's go this one. Man, what an ugly car, to be fair. But this thing flew when it was new, compared to everything else. And it had the Passione, but it's a very ugly car. Okay, let's go to Cotta. Circuit Marquez, but we want the National, I suppose. These cars are too big. Too small, I mean. I'm not grumpy. I'm always grumpy. Not a bit grumpy. I'm always grumpy. Okay, vintage. We'll have a look. Non, Gilles, não vou. What are these sounds? Yeah. Man, I really hope these are just standing sounds. It's just working sounds. Oh my god. It sounds so bad. America, yeah, Texas, yeah. Oh, wait, this is the other one. Oh, that makes sense. That corner really makes sense. Handle's okay. Well, to be fair, I suppose this the Fiat Uno probably shared some engines with the 75, because you know you had the Fiat Uno turbo, and I think they also had the 1.4, like the fire engines, and I think besides the twin spark, these guys also had the fire engines. Which sim has the best engine sounds? Ooh. Good question. LMU does have interesting sounds now. ACC has really nice sounds, but not in all cars. iRacing, I think, is more consistent. It doesn't sound the best, but it's more consistent. R3E sounds nice. Believe it or not, even nowadays, Assetto Corsa, Gran Turismo sounds nice. Oh yeah, Mario Kart. Woohoo! I'm a throw the turtle shell. Wahee! Wow, that's an interesting choice, you know, to look. That's little flag over there is bigger than many houses, so take it as you will. I like the fact that we have the National here. Oh, I don't need that. Okay. Oh, counted that. Okay, this is nice. I mean, the car drives nice, but it definitely sounds like crap. What I find interesting is that it still retains some of the handling from Assetto Corsa, the type of speed, low speed kind of handling for drifts. This is very Assetto Corsa-ish, which is good. Ah, no power. No power for that. Woo! I don't know as well, Zach. It is what it is, isn't it? Okay, in terms of FPS, I have 72. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, but it feels like it's worse than before. It is more stable, though. It is more stable. So much body roll? Yes, you should see these cars in real life. They have body roll for days, though. You have to remember, 80s cars? Especially Italian cars and French cars, back in the day. You should see them go around corners. Like, the body, the chassis would almost touch the floor. So, the handling is really good. I mean, it's as expected for a car like this. It's not a very powerful car. These tires, you know, don't have grip at all. You have that lingering understeer on the vintage tires. Expected. And then you have the body roll, which is also expected of these old cars. And we're talking about one that is essentially a quadrifoglio. So even though it's an Evoluzione on a 75, it's still a type of quadrifoglio. How is it? The content is decent except for the sounds. And I'm not seeing any improvements at all in the FPS department. Maybe I need to do something in the settings, but these are the settings I was getting before. I don't know, 100s, maybe more. Maybe it could be my computer. I'm having 80 right now. Interesting car. Not sure how many people will actually like this, but the 4-seat back is about the same. Drives okay. So we tried that. Now what we need? Oh, the Lotus, right? We have a new Lotus, the V6 Cup. V6 Cup. This car in the original Assetto Corsa was pretty good. I'm going to do this in another track with more twisties. So we're going to do Suzuka. And before going there, let's have a look at the settings, right? I'm here having more FPS than I did before. Kind of interesting. But I go to there and don't make any sense. Full screen, yes. Vertical sync, yes. Graphics, quality. Full screen anti-aliasing off. Texture pool high like before. No. It's still like before, man. Let me try this in native. See what happens. I have more FPS now in native than with the LSS. Something is happening, but now everything is a jaggy. Let's go. Maybe it needs to redo the DLSS. It's awful. It looks awful. We need DLSS. So we're gonna do quality. Quality DLSS. See if it improves a little bit. Okay, it improved. Look at how they massacred my boy. That's how I feel. That's what I feel like saying, you know? I mean, it's even the supercharger, but the supercharger on the other one actually felt a little meatier. It really had that kind of sounds, you know? Oh, come on. If El Nino, I understand what you're saying. I did write the video saying, don't be hyped about the game. It's gonna take a while until it's good. It's gonna happen like this. At launch, it's gonna have a lot of problems. It is what it is. I've been saying this for a while. So you know, buyer beware always. Man, this car drives really nice. This car drives really nice. This car drives woohoo. So I'm telling you, man, you're gonna be hurting for a while. I'm not expecting this to be ready at launch, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. It has that, but without the supercharger. The 370 there. Yeah, it is. To be fair, they haven't done much of the hype. It's like everybody is putting the hype themselves there, because their marketing is being incredibly bland, to be honest. I know, like we say in Portugal, eu sei o que é que a casa gasta. I know what the house uses, you know, which means I know what's going to happen. And I know for a start, because I've been part of, well, this is going to be my third Kunos Kunos Early Access thingy. I know the game is going to come out completely lacking in features, and then over the course of 2 years, they kind of fix the game to a point where say, oh my god, the game is amazing. But it takes a while, and it tests your patience. Is it though, Johnson? What makes you say that? Man, this car drives so nice. Remember, this is not a Forza game. It doesn't work like that. This is the game for the next 5 years for them. Probably even more, and I really hope they improve their graphics. Yeah, exactly. It's more or less like that. The bad bone. It's like the community is doing it to themselves. They are overhyping it with expectations. Eu sei o que é que a casa gasta, and you shouldn't be hyped for this. You should understand where it's going to be in 2 years, which means you make the decision to either buy early access or wait until the time it's going to be good for consumption at your own level. For me, you know, I bought the game. Of course, my motives are like content making, not criticism, critique, and, you know, showing off what's good, what's bad. It's a little bit different. I keep it real though. PTRN subscribing, thank you so much, appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. I try to keep it real because, you know, it's your money, and I think if you don't like early access in this stage, you shouldn't be part of it. Because honestly, this thing is still very bones, like very bare bones. This car is absolute. If we take the trash sounds, this car is awesome to drive. This car is awesome. Because I've been waiting for 500. You have to wait for that though. They need to put at least 60% more floaty tube, man. Yes, yes, yes. Let's hear about it. Floaty tube, man. Family Guy. Man, I love that.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Hi, I'm Al Harrington, president and CEO of Al Harrington's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man Emporium Warehouse. Thanks to a shipping error, I am now currently overstocked on Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Men, and I am passing the savings on to you! Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma
It's
company.
awesome.
Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors.
It's awesome.
Hail a
It is indeed awesome. And he's passing the savings on to us! Okay, good car. Good car. Bad sound. Could you contact Kunos and talk to them about the engine sounds? Nope, there's no point. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm trying to do something really, really cool that may involve Kunos in the future. May. and don't want. It's not related to gaming or anything like that. It is, but not like that. If it's possible to, I'm not gonna even bother, and I'm not contacting them directly. It needs to be to another third person, and it's not worth it. Believe me. You can ask me, can you? And I'm gonna say no. Not because I want to. I'm not out of disrespect. It's about knowing that if I do it, it's not gonna have the reaction you want. Believe me. Believe me. Been there, done that. In other ways. Game still trash. Game still early access. Indeed. So, what is next? What do we have more that is new? Let's have a look. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, the MX-5, right? We have new MX-5. Alfa 75 já experimentei. Experimentei ainda há pouco. Add to garage. Let's use another small track as well. Mount Panorama. No. We're gonna do probably Laguna Seca. Ah pá, agora aguentas. A gente ainda vai fazer mais testezinhos. So, originally, the first Assetto Corsa car that was the MX-5 was one from a guy or that made it called Pure. It was the Pure MX-5. That car was then integrated into Assetto Corsa. Generic. Lance, how are you doing? Generic. 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 This is what it is. It's generic. Oh man, it's so disappointing. The driving is different, but the sounds, man. Why you do this? Man. Shimmering. Oh, man. Oh, no. It has the checkered board effect. They did something to the graphics, all right. I still have to do this without streaming because streaming could be taking more of the stuff, more of the, you know, more of the performance. No torque, no torque. Man, this is really disappointing in terms of sound. I can't say about driving, because driving feels nice to me, feels like what I should expect out of these cars. Worst sim yet, Almada Warrior. Worst sim yet in terms of what? I honestly, I don't understand. Haven't you seen Assetto Corsa Competizione? Assetto Corsa Competizione was even worse than this. It had no force feedback, it had like 3 or 4 cars. The AI was non-existent until basically launch, almost. They had no multiplayer working, and they didn't want to do a competitive multiplayer. The performance was shit. Was even worse than this. So I don't understand. And you couldn't go over curbs because the car would fly upwards. I mean, this compared to ACC, and believe me when I say the bar is low. Compared to ACC, it's a much better game. in terms of like sim racing. It's still bad, early access bad, but come on, let's be serious here. The RX 6400 can't run this. What is an RX 6400 though? What is an RX 6400? And why can't he run it? It's on 100 quids. It has 4 gigs of RAM, dude. What you were expecting? Look, in 2014, I had the 10 series graphics card with more RAM than that. So we're talking about 10 years ago? I'm not even sure when I got the 1060. It was the 1060, 6 gigs. And 6 gigs at that time was already starting to become short. $16? Yeah, makes sense. 2016, something like that. Nobody is asking you to upgrade to Evo. It's just you need to manage your expectations. How can I be here at 40 years old speaking to you guys, or some of you, not everybody, that you need to manage your expectations on everything on the internet and understand, contextualize what's being asked of you, or if you want to come in to something, and then compare that as contextualization with reality, right? In 2016, that graphics card was already starting to become dated, because it has 4 gigabytes. And the 3 gigabytes, nobody was saying to buy it, the 1060. You know? And now, 2025, things moved. It's like that. You have more technology, you have bad decisions, and I think the things they're doing here, it's probably not the best. But they are building it in with the technology of mind of this year, not 2016, you know? Otherwise, we'll always be stuck. Look, this kind of reminds me back in the day, not sure if you were around, if you remember, when the DirectX 7, yes, we're talking about 2002, 2003, you already having developers pissed off for NVIDIA releasing the GeForce MX 400 series. An entry-level graphics card, 150 euros, less than that, with 1632 or 64 megs of RAM, and they were pissed off because that graphics card didn't have shaders, and that created also an issue for the development of new titles, because they had to create a situation, develop games that didn't have any shader control, and that put the development of shaders many years back, because everybody was still running in the MX 400 series years into the future. Then, of course, as things move on, they move into the RTX 8.1 and the RTX 9. Those graphic cards are left in the dust. And it has to be like that. The RX 6400 probably runs very well as Assetto Corsa, but, you know, textures. You will need memory for it. You will need... This thing eats memory. Doesn't mean that they don't have to optimize, because they do have to optimize this. Because other people might not have a 6400, but they might have like a 1060, a 1080, and those you know, are already old, and some of them have 8 gigabytes of RAM, 10 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and that should be running this. You know, they're older cards, you know, even 2070s, 2060s, which is really the brunt of nowadays of gaming. 37, I believe, 3060s, definitely. But we are talking graphics cards with 6, 8 gigabytes. Yes, they did a career reset. Okay, this car drives nice, sounds very generic. Now I'm interested to know, and it's the last car we have to test, about the Maserati. People act like the alternative for this launch would be a 1.0 game a few months ago. No, the alternative would be a 1.0 game 12 plus months. You're not forced to buy it now. I agree more or less with that. You're not forced to buying into this. You just need to understand that this is going to be very rough, and expecting it not to be rough is not understanding what Kuno's has made in the past. It's basically on Kuno's blood to mess up a lot in early access. We cannot say that things are not going particularly well in this, because they aren't. But we cannot expect this to be ready, because they are not. I much rather have them release an early access 6 months before launch, when the game is more developed, instead of trying to react what the community is saying. But then, of course, people will become angry because they want access to it. It is what it is. So this one was available in ACC. And Assetto Corsa Competizione. Assetto Corsa, quer dizer. Let's try that. Kunos are idiots to keep giving us GT2 cars for this sim. Can we get a damn GT3 or GT4? Why? They don't have to give you anything. It's early access. You're gonna get GT3 cars eventually. The thing is, though, now I will accept Kuno's probably thinking. If they give you a GT3 car, everybody will start comparing this to, oh, but an ACC was better, and they have to start like focusing on something else. A GT2 car is a car that nobody plays, or most people do not play, so there won't be a lot of scrutiny over the physics. I've just had a really mean comment going my way because of something I said on the Project Motor Racing, that when I said, you know, probably these GT3s will have to be fixed, which is, you know, normally the case. And I had a mean comment going my way exactly because I made a passing comment over GT3s. But in a different way that you said yours. In this case, Kunos needs to deliver content that is ready to be delivered. If they find this content... Okay, this sounds better. This definitely sounds better. If Kunos has the content ready, because some of these cars will have to be converted. The sounds of the other ones, I mean, I don't understand. If they feel like the physics are ready to go, good. Maybe the GT3s are not ready to go, you know? Ever thought of that? Maybe they can't do it because the physics sets are not ready for the GT3 content. Could be that. GT2s are a good mix between you know, from GT2s are a good thing to add when you also add the Porsche Cup. I can't be, you know, annoyed about the content they're releasing, except for the sounds, and that is bad. I mean, this stuff drives okay. Woo. Ooh, the brake bias is too much to the front. Rafael Lima, weren't you related with the NSX-R? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Big Natty, but you say it, and then another person will also say the same thing and wants a completely different car, so it is what it is. Was it? I'm pretty sure it was another Lima then. That did some sort of mods in Assetto Corsa. And one of them was an NSX. Man, this thing drives nice. It could be. It probably is Gustavo Lima, yes. I'm very bad with names. Yeah, I've seen the GTA 6 trailer. Next year. Yeah, I know, it's 3,000. I'm not particularly happy with the methods as well that Kunos has done this. It is what it is. Maybe they want the comments to come, the feedback. I mean, all the cars that we've launched drive nice. This one is the one that sounds better, to be fair. Oh, I really need more rotation. Need brake bias to be like 60 or less. Yeah. We need rotation. What we're gonna do now is a race against the AI to see if things are better. I'm thinking they're not. So we're gonna do, instead of practice, quick race. Oh, we have a race weekend now. Good. Quick race, 15 minutes. Single make. Apply. Back. I like that. We have a race weekend. VR sucks though. Yes, Omar, it is. Waiting for players. Look, we're gonna 69, nice. What, the minimum is 60? Okay, fair enough. Let's do 66. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Over there. Yeah, I guess. It's a bit too dampened. Got 60 FPS. Sick. Okay, 70 FPS with all these cars. Sounds okay. But it is smoother. I can say that is smoother. The frame pacing feels much better. The frame pacing, it definitely is much better. But there's something in this color palette. I can't. Well, to be fair, you know, I've been racing Gran Turismo lately, the last few days, and nothing looks like Gran Turismo, man. It's just, Gran Turismo is the best looking game that we have for racing. The colors are frigging immaculate. Yeah, this is peak AI. I'm not sure what's the thing. Probably it's much lower than 90. These feel like pushover. Okay, let's try with a more difficult AI. I'm glad to say that in terms of performance, stability of the performance, it's definitely better. Skill of the opponents. Okay, that's not very good. We're gonna put it like 90 to 100. Opponent behavior safe. Okay, this is aggressive. So, okay, I have a safe word. Yeah, I didn't see it. I thought it was higher. Parade lap. Absolutely. It could be called parade lap. Yeah. It is the best looking game. It's absolutely photographic. It's sparing itself on the use of effects, but it's the best one in terms of light. Okay. Okay, let's do... Ooh. AI aggression is very low still. AI aggression is very low still. Bit maneuvered, but that was on me. Whoa. Man, they're just following a line? Oh no. And random call sign. That's a huge dive bomb on the inside. Four gigabytes should be more than enough. Should it though? I mean, you can make an argument that they should have like bigger smaller LODs or you know, higher LODs for this. That I could accept that argument. I could try to do LOD to lower the amount of VRAM, but you can't really say that should be enough because honestly, 4 gigabytes is something from 10 years ago. The handling isn't particularly floaty, I don't feel like. I'm pushing the car a little bit, see what's going on. It's definitely much more stable than we were driving before. You know, all the road cars, they feel like sometimes they are all over the place, which is interesting. Man, this car drives nice though. Oof. Man, this section is actually pretty cool. Myself, I'm using a 4070. Ooh. 12 gigabytes depending on the on the type of graphics card you have can be even not good enough because of the speed of the RAM. And it is already that. If you want to have a good modern games, you know, fast FPS and all of that, you really need to have good memory, graphical memory, you know. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't optimize everything, every single little detail of their graphics engine, because they should. Man, I kind of wish you could do your own picture profile, though. I would try to calibrate this to another. It still feels too yellow. Wee. Oh no, it will run. Everything runs triples, to be fair. Just need to lower the graphical, you know, quality. I can run triples with the 470 if I wanted. Probably even at 1440p, but you know, you would need to lower some of the stuff. LODs, you know, removing people from the stands, removing the flailing two-bar mans and all of that. Okay, you go. I need to catch the other guy. Okay, let's catch the other guy. Oh, not like this. How is it better? Yeah, it's more or less the same. The graphics are more stable, but I'm having less FPS. And I really like this car. I like the GT2s. GT2 cars are actually quite fun. But they're totally slept on. It's like, what if GT3 had less aero and more power? I like that. And this combination is cool. Wait. Okay, I want to change the graphical thing. I don't like the colors. Maybe it's my own thing over here. Can I do it? Did they remove it? No, it's over here. Cinematic 1. Let's use natural. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I won't be surprised that if they actually find a way to get your own looks inside, if they start to using lookup tables from cameras or whatever. That would be really, really cool, to be fair. Or even in some ways trying to adapt the old picture profiles or the new picture profiles that are happening in Assetto Corsa. That would be super cool. Man, this car is fun. This car is really fun. Okay, that's still quite late. This car is really fun. And it's the only one that doesn't sound like it comes from a toilet. Right? But it's still kind of generic, I guess. As for the tracks are excellent. This track is as good as the tracks that appeared in, what's the name of it? In ACC. ACC had really good tracks. Still has really good tracks. You know, even to this day, they are super modern. The FFB is exactly the same. It's kind of dampened. I just don't understand what happened with the graphics, because it is more stable, but it feels like that it's running less FPS, and it is running at less FPS, significantly so. Maybe it's just my computer, my setup, but it's more stable. Okay. On the inside! Oh my god! What? An attempt to overtake! Oh! It went aggressive. It went aggressive. Did you see that? No. How does the Alfa Romeo Giulia? It drives, drives okay, I guess. It's very slippery. Very slippery. Best lap 211. I'm actually interested to see how the Formula 1 race is going to be here like this year. There's one in Circuit of the Americas, right? This year, right? Because last year was kind of spicy. Okay, so it's not just me that lost performance with this. Okay, what is the AI gonna do? Not too bad. Could be a little more aggressive there. The AI changed. The AI changed somewhat, or something was improved in the AI, because the guy tried to get me on the outside, but it didn't do the switch back on the inside. But now, because I'm faster, it's gonna be a situation where it won't just pick me up. I'm not sure what's the speed he's running at. That's one specifically. You couldn't drive the way I'm driving in iRacing, that's for sure. You can drive on the... what's the name of it? You can drive on the tire, essentially. Slip angle. You can use all the slip angle you want. Well, not all of it, but you can use definitely a good amount of slip angle. See ya, Razakan. Have a good evening. Yes, it was against the AI. There's still not a multiplayer. Man, I can't fault the driving. The driving is good. I think they've chosen the cars more or less okay. I'm really disappointed on the sounds. True, you need to be on tires when you drive fast, right? Opinions. Drive is okay. Performance feels more stable, but it's worse. Less FPS. Could be my computer. Sounds on new cars are awful, like bad, except on this one. This is the only car that actually sounds nice. Everything else sounds like generic stuff. I'm having 78 FPS and the game feels fluid and smooth. So I'm happy with that. It doesn't have the stutters, the micro stutters. So that's an improvement. Hey! The tracks are pretty good. Okay, there goes the little bump over there. The tracks are pretty good. I'm using a 4070 from Asus, a dual one. It's more than enough. It runs at 60 Celsius. I wouldn't be surprised that I would need to change something. This is the last lap. Kind of enjoyable until catching up the guy, but now he's 4 seconds behind. The AI. It's a female AI. Elena. Woo. Yay! Nice. It is super, like, centered. Incredible. Let's... Okay. Continue. This looks definitely like Assetto Corsa EVO. Assetto Corsa Competizione. This is like their look. This is Kuno's look. You know? Let's save the replay. Pretty good. It was enjoyable. Was it the best AI that I've ever used? No, LMU is better. But, you know, pretty enjoyable. Let's see if we can get something out of the video cards. Motion blur quality, motion blur strength. Mirrors resolution, single, optimized rendering. What is that? Yo, how's the update? It's mixed bag. No, I'm not gonna use FSR3. Actually, let's try FSR3, see what happens. Oh my god. Don't tell me. No. Don't tell me. Trish. Okay, there's another car, right? What's the other car that is missing? Let's see. I must have missed one car. Let's go. Oh, the 964, of course. Let's use this one. Don't tell me that the LSS is dead. Like it's now the one that is sucking a lot. I don't want that, but we can use that just in case. Don't tell me. That would be super funny. It's more or less the same. But FSR looks better? Weird. FSR looks better. It's feels a little bit smokier, but it looks kind of better. Eh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Awesome, man. I'm okay. The sound is crap. The sound is definitely not very good. Yeah, FSR can have ghosting in motion, but I'm not finding much up until now. I could try to see if it works with the DLSS changer. Whoa. Okay, this thing has no power on mid-band. Yeah, this thing has no power on the mid-band. You need, for FSR4 you need, oh, for Optiscaler. But for this game? This is a boat in corners because it's an old car. You should see my car, and it's more or less a modern car. And it's a hot hatch. It will be a boat in corners. I think the DLSS is a bit superior at the distance. I'm running a 47 with the DLSS and runs fine with me, which is kind of weird. And I'm having good performance with that game, to be fair. I run 90 on the outsides, 70 to 90, inside 120, if not more. It's worth checking out in title bases. Yes, makes sense. We can have a look to see if we can improve this. Guys, this is the part that we test for science. What we're gonna do now is change, if we can, if it works. We're gonna change to a new DLSS, if it works. So we got 157 FPS, 160 with FSR. On quality. On DLSS, quality, everything else, we got about 140, I believe. $150. So we got 140, 150. We got 10 to 20 FPS less. I don't know, Holiday. So DLSS swapper. We probably need to okay, this is running 31021. Huh. So it's already running on the latest. So let's reset it to the latest. See, 370/20. Huh. Okay, let's run it on the apparently the original. See what happens. Have you tried the DLSS performance? The thing is, we are comparing it with the DLSS settings I had before. Because the game is running more stable in terms of FPS, but with less FPS. So there was a change in behavior. That's why it's good to test all of this stuff, because you test it, you have other issues. They, you know, you may say what's wrong in your side, and you may say, "Oh, I have this computer," and then Kunos might have a look and see what's going on around. In open mode, you have an instant. 180 FPS. It was the DLSS. 180 FPS. It was the DLSS. Wipe it down. Wipe it is what it is. Yes. Let's try this, but in practice. So I got more FPS going to 3720 on the DLSS swapper using the original. So that could explain a few things. I got 100 FPS, close to it, 96. And it feels smooth. So I would say performance-wise, it's okay. So let's see what happens when we move into ultra quality. Because ultra quality does bring a lot. Ultra quality has better FPS. Actually, no, it's around the same. Maybe 5 FPS less. Then I didn't see much improvement in anything else, to be fair. Maybe the trees. So it's already, with this DLSS change, it's already 10 FPS faster with a preset above. Okay, this was kind of an interesting test. This car is fun. It sounds bad, but the car is fun. It sounds so bad, but the car is really fun. Man, the driving is immaculate. Yeah, I know what you mean, the Ashen Fox. I agree what you're saying. I think it's because of the color saturation. If you could reduce the vibrancy of the game, it would look more like LMU. If you feel like the game is dead in early access, yes, it is dead in early access. It's going to be until it gets multiplayer. Whoa, 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 whoa. The driving is immaculate. I'm going to say you guys haven't been around when ACC was in early access, have you? There were like 300 people playing it. In launch, up until the game launched in March. Up until August 2019. The game had 600, 700 people playing. The game was launched, it had 700 people playing. Saying that an early access game that only has single player and not even good single player is doesn't mean anything. Yep, I remember that as well. Like the very, very early access of AC only had Lotus cars and one track, which was Mugello. No, not Mugello. Maggiane. And it might have had Vallelunga as well. So yeah, guys. It's dead, but it's not what you think it is. This looks exactly like ACC. The car has no traction control and it feels like it's having traction control. My honest opinion on the Dior 2025 collection. Okay, let's have a look at that. Dior 2025 collection. Okay, now I'm interested. Spring Summer Ready to Wear show for Dior. Let's have a look. Guys and girls, let's have a look at the Dior thing. Ready to Wear show. Okay, cool. So, first impressions is that all of these models look dead on the inside, and they look like they could eat a donut. That's how I think about it. Yeah. All of them are craving a donut, I'm pretty sure. That's my first impression. As for color palettes, I feel like it's a very muted color palette based on 1950s and 1960s chic. Very similar to what is, Breakfast at Tiffany's. That type of garb that they used to use in the 50s and 60s with these cuts and all of these patterns. Yes, and also 1980s tents as well. Yes, but without the fluorescent pink and yellow. Yeah, they need to eat. This doesn't. I honestly, I think a diet consisting of salad and cocaine is not good. Right? All of them are like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be there. Before, like 10, 15 years ago, at least they did the face to the camera like almost persuasive, trying to, repressed sexuality almost. This is like, I don't want to be here. And honestly, I can't really blame them, because if I weighed this much, I didn't want to be there as well. I like these colors though. This color is nice. So since we have already done this, because you asked me for the 2025 what I thought of the 2025 Dior collection. I understand that they're trying to do a recall back into the 1950s and 60s with some of the movie stars. One specifically, which I'm forgetting her name, that she was at Breakfast at Tiffany's. Those types of cuts, the colors are very muted, very limited palette, nothing really interesting, and the models don't want to be there. So that's my opinion. They aren't making love to the camera. That is indeed, I think, the way to talk it. I can't blame those models though. If I weigh that much, I would be depressed as well and miserable. To be fair, I think that the models on La Redoute look happier. If you ever bought something from the mail with La Redoute, you would check out the model sections where, you know, you had models, male and female models. They felt like they had more fun, you know? It's not those super models, it's like normal people, prettier normal people. And they you know, having fun eating something or having fun going out, and they have a little more kilos than these models. So they were more normal people, or better looking normal people. You know, I look there, you know, I'd much rather buy this than something happening from a model that works for Dior or Chanel, and they... Oh, but this is like a really posh brand. Yes, but all of them feel like, all the models feel like they're dying. How does this bug drive? The bug drive's okay, dude. It's actually pretty dopey. I mean, it drives like a bug, like an old Porsche. Sounds crap, but the handling is solid. They need to do something about those force feedback. It's dampened as hell. Maybe it's my side. Settings, force feedback. I have no dampening. Extreme Pullman, thank you very much. And also Rollins. I have no dampening. Something needs to be done on this handling. Sorry, on this force feedback. Audrey Hepburn, thank you so much. That's the one renovation. Miss Hepburn would dress like that up until when she died in the 70s or 80s. It is all made in China, indeed. Yeah, Zoolander face. You want the Zoolander face. You want a blue steel. Yeah, I have tried. Yes, we can have a look at the NSX in another track like Branzach. Is it true the full public version of multiplayer featuring redesigned netcode for us is planned for their early access? Yes, it should be true, dog. It should be true. Here's the thing. I think this car will be super fun in Nordschleife. And this is not scaling correctly. What the hell? Do I have something wrong here? On this setup? It says it's 900, right? Sensitivity? 900. Weird. So 90... Over here, it's already not 900. That's more like 720. Kind of weird. Settings, controls, settings, 900. Let's try now. No. Try 1080. Good call. Good call indeed, sir. 1080. No. Is it 1080? It's not 1080. It's definitely not 1080. So over here it's fine. It's when you do this, it's over rotating. So it's more like 720. Let's try 720. Which is kind of weird because my wheel is set up at 900. Eh? Okay, you say 1080 in both places? Let's do 1080 in both places. I don't think it will work, but we can try that. 1080. Apply. Maybe it will work. Oh, it does work. Good call. Read the orange tooltip. Controls, settings. In-game steering lock should match your wheels firmware, which it did. I had to change this to 1080 and this to 1080, while this was at 900 and this was 900. Fix your software, Niels. How are you doing, man? Because the car has more than 900. Then you should lock me to 900. Just saying. Let's drive again the NSX-R. This car is cool. Let's drive it somewhere else. Brands Hatch Indy. It's a nice track. Nice track. I like the tracks. The sounds are bad on the cars, except the GT2. And for those of you who haven't been around, generic sounds. Drives nice though. Oh, something while you're there, Niels, and you do the you give sometimes feedback to them. For this specific car, is the brake cylinder too strong? Because the ABS is always pushing in, which means that you just touch it without ABS, the wheels lock. Yeah, it does have VTEC crossover, but it's the same sound. It doesn't open up physically on this. It just changes the frequency. Not the frequency, it just changes the rotation or the sound rather. Ah, no. It's the same sounds from 0 to whatever rev limiter, and it doesn't have the VTEC sounds when it has a physical cam. So it's not working. Yeah, it could be. Billy Irish! Thank you so much! What happened? What did Billy Irish do? Oh, Raiders. Thank you so much for the Raiders, Mr. Irish. It's fine. Twitch does that thing. I'm just happy that you remembered me when doing the raids, because I try to do raids and it just fails all the time. And I stopped doing raids. Oh no, they're gone. It's so fun. It's fine. It's not your fault, man. I'm really happy that you remembered me. Man, this car drives nice. But yes, let's try a better tire. Back to Pitlon. Fueling. I would say, you know, fueling strategy. The tires should have the tires. You know, instead of supercar. I don't want supercar tires here. I don't think this car is one car that deserves supercar tires. You still want that fluidness. We need the audience. Everybody, go check. If you're on Twitch, check out Billy Irish. He does a lot of iRacing. Oh, it's the tires. It's indeed the tires. The ABS is less active. It's not stiff enough for super grippy tires. Yeah, it's more like that. Also, it's more like about... Actually, it's still locking. It's more about... This car has a specific aura of movement. And you want a tire set that... that is playful with the suspension, that is playful with the location of the engine, and fits more the vibe this car was. You know? Let's turn off the traction control. My TV is still doing that thing. Quite annoying. Probably need to change the cable. I really like this car. Just sounds bad. Man, this car is super cool. Also, if you haven't driven and you have of course the game, try the i30N, no traction control in this specific track. Use just the regular road tires. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. You go into the last section and the car just wants to swing left and right. Yeah. Yeah, it's that 2JZ. Man, what a car. I mean, all of the cars that were released, I think this one and the Maserati might be my favorite. I think they are the most fun. This one because I just like to drive this car, and the Maserati it's also a very good car in the way it balances, and it's very grippy. A guy I worked with won the use of one of these for a month in a raffle. He let another guy drive it once, and the guy blew it the transmission. Oof. Oof. You know what? Actually, the V6 is also pretty cool, the Exige. So these three. I'm gonna give this car another go. Let's use it somewhere. Let's use it here, I guess. Hey, Monkey Bones, how are you doing? Bless you. Man, the sound of this. Thank you, Nadej Grumir. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I don't mean this as a disrespect. And 2JZ Resonance. If I could have your brothers. 2ZZGE Resonance. 4AG Resonance. As well. That would be great. And while we're at it, the 3SGE as well. The car is pretty good. However, the sound is bollocks. I'm doing the blipping myself. I'm doing heel and toe. I mean, this car drives like you would expect from a vintage car with vintage with vintage, what's the name of it? Vintage tires. This is a vintage car for vintage people, kind of thing. The sound is generic, yes. Woo. But this thing probably is going to be dope in road tires. So Automobilista 2 has better sounds for some cars, so yeah. These sounds will need to be reworked, and probably they're going to be reworked. Have wind telemetry? I have no idea, Renovatio. I have no idea. This is what I have to say. Let's put this with some more modern tires. Oh, we can't. Aww. No modern tires. Okay, one more last car, guys, before I go. Let's have a... You know what? Let's check out the S2000. Because the S2000 did not have that incredibly bad sound, you know? I like this one. You honestly like that it doesn't have modern tires? I much have an option for modern tires, to be fair. And I mean modern road tires, not semi-slicks. This one has VTEC crossover. But it's still very generic, right? But it does have the VTEC thing. I'm having the screen things. Interesting. The 4-seat back is totally different from the new cars. The new cars are very tight, like rubber. On the dampening, this one feels more like, even the ones that have what's the name of it? Forgot about the name of it. It's not electronic steering, it's power steering. This one feels more like spongy. The other ones feel like super heavy. I mean, the cars drive really nice in this game. That's what I have to say. The performance is stable. Now it doesn't feel like it's... But it could have more FPS. Let's go back to the new cars. See what's going on. Gonna drive this one in a more technical track, I guess. That would be good, actually. That would go very, very well. Yeah, let's do again Imola with this car and actually fly for a bit. Oh, that sounded super generic. Fun fact, this car has a supercharged engine from a Camry. This is the same engine as the Camry back in the day. The 3G something. 3GFE? But they put a supercharger. There's something also super interesting about Toyota engines. Generally, when they added superchargers, on the engine designation they would add on the suffix the word or the letter Z. So the supercharged 4AG that appeared on the MR2, the first gen, was the 4AGZE, right? However, come the end of the 90s, they stopped using the Z nomenclature because they stopped using it as a, you know, as an option to superchargers. They went to natural atmospheric, later hybrids, and also turbos. But they still had some supercharged engines, very, very little. One of them, the 2ZZGE, that came out in some cars, namely the Corolla T-Sport. It had a limited run of the Toyota Corolla T-Sport TT compressor model that upped the power of the engine from 189 horsepower to about 220, 218. And it still revved up until 8200 RPM, but it completely blew everything. Is it normal for license records to be gone due to early access? Yes. How's the performance, Pitlane Pete? Well, Pitlane, I must say that this game is going to be very hard to run. For me, it's more stable now. But I think there was a drop in FPS in general. But, you know, you're running at 80 and it feels stable. It doesn't feel like it has issues with frame pacing or stutters, something like that. Man, the 4-seat back on these new cars is super heavy. I know these have probably no or hydraulic power steering, but it's still super heavy compared to the other ones. Yeah, 2GR FE 3.5, that's it, 2JZ. It could be that, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that the 1080 Ti could run this. The 1080 Ti can still run everything. Man, this thing drives well. This car is dope. This car is dope. I don't care. This car is dope. And out of all of the generic sounds we've seen, this one has the most agreeable generic sound, and that's saying something. And it sounds better. I have 78 FPS, 81, 80 at the moment. It's not showing on your side. But there are optimizations, but for me it's been on stability and frame pacing, so it doesn't have stutters. Let's turn off the traction control. 1440p. This car is the donkey's balls. This is awesome, man. The bee's knees. All the car's audio was done by recording natural real. Yes, and that was a computer, because these cars don't have the real sound. I can tell you, especially that Giulia. It doesn't. It's not the real sound. Eventually, I wouldn't be surprised that they add it, and even this engine, it's not like this. This thing is... I would love to have a machine like this, man. But it's... You know, Exige Cup would be too much. I would love to have an Exige. Oh, a real... Ah, TikTok. You're right, though. Man, this car is fun. Well, guys, this is going to be it for AC Evo. I still have something to show you in a second. So, what do we think of it? Performance, less stuttery, but it kind of feels like something is happening there. I'm not sure if my computer. I'm gonna restart it afterwards. Tomorrow I'll have a look at the afternoon. We'll see what's going to happen. Now, the cars drive nice, sound crap, FPS is not very good still, the tracks are good, and the AI feels like it's, how can I say, it's not aggressive, but at least the battle we had with first position, they forced a situation, which I kind of liked it. It's still nowhere at the level of LMU, to be fair. But it's not too bad, I guess. The graphics look like ACC. And if that's good for you, good for you. If it's not good for you, well, can't do anything about it. That's AC Evo for you. Now, I have something to show you. Because I know a lot of people have been like, oh, why doesn't he do this? And finally it's here. It was lost in the mail. And this is a Simagic Evo. Pretty good. It's a Simagic Evo. I'm going to point this on the other way. So we can have a little more reflection, that's it. Maybe not. Simagic Evo over here. I don't have a light there. Maybe I'll just open this light here and that's it. Yeah, much better. Actually, I could put the light there at the back. It looks nice. So, Simagic Evo. This is the 9mm one. I've just removed this from the box today, and tomorrow we're gonna test this in LMU, probably ACC Evo as well. We're gonna have a look at it. This will be connected to a GT Neo, so it's my first time with Simagic stuff. Not sure what to expect. Everybody says this is the second coming of Christ, if Christ was you know, sim racing. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. So, guys and girls, I'll see you tomorrow, early in the morning, hopefully. And, yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.